See if you can guess which one of these cooking systems I'm taking with me as a backup on my next adventure. Spoiler alert, it's not this one. Alright, so a friend just gave me this one a few months back. It's pretty simple, but there's several reasons why I don't like it. The biggest one is that it's pretty bulky when it's folded out and when it's folded up. And I don't know of a way to easily stabilize this. So this kind of not that good, and I can't adjust it. I can't adjust the height over the fire, so it's kind of like all or nothing. So I've never even used it. I think it seems like I've used one of these or something similar at one time, so this one's not making the trip. This one, you saw the video already. I have decided to ditch my Firebox. I really like the idea of this Firebox. It's very romantic in the sense that I like, you know, this is kind of a two system in one, just in case I can't burn firewood. I've got this alcohol stove that goes with it, but yeah, it's just too big, too bulky, and if I'm gonna spend time creating a fire, I don't want to have to spend time. If I'm going to spend time building a fire, I don't want to be preoccupied about finding the perfect size stick that will go in the tiny little holes, and this is the big stove. This is the big stove. This is the biggest one they make as far as I know. But yeah, if I can't get sticks in there, I can use this one. And I've used this one a limited amount. I think I've probably only cooked on this thing maybe 10-15 times, but this is going to be my backup, and this is going to be the thing that I'm going to be using as a backup or primary if I'm cooking a lot of food, because you can do that. If you got wood, you can just flay it all out all over the ground, and this has got a pretty good cooking area. And I would say it's probably not the best piece of manufactured gear that I have, probably down at the bottom, but it works, and it's damn cheap. So, you know, how do you get around that? So this one's going with me. $18, $19 on Amazon. So by now I'm certain that you have seen my anti-mountain house video, hopefully first in a series of many, because I really hate these guys. So I decided to cook another meal like I have before. Much tastier meal, and much cheaper, like, I don't know, a quarter or less the price. And just a simple beans and rice, something I could pick up at the Dollar General. That's another thing that's coming your way if you're not ready for it. I'm going to show you how to cook stuff on the road with, you know, surprisingly little money, and I want you to eat well, just like me. I want to be able to eat well, and this is not a good example of eating well, what I'm cooking here, but it's better than Mountain House, and it's much cheaper. I'm going to be cooking some good stuff on the road, hopefully coming up, and I hope you'll join me with those videos. Yeah, so this is just a simple little fire and a simple meal, easy to cook. I think this is probably, golly, less than $3 worth of ingredients. But the main thing is, I've learned that cooking with sticks is the way to go. Just stuffing sticks into a little tiny box and trying to maintain a fire that way is much more difficult than it is cooking over this grill, which is the thing that I proved last night. And of course, the meal was much easier to cook, the fire was much easier to manage, and I had lots more space to cook on this grill. I could have laid a couple of pieces of chicken or something like that on here. So yeah, that it all worked out extraordinarily well. So something I just thought about, or the Firebox stove is the most deluxe version they have. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I got most of the attachments that came with it, which is probably why it bumped the price up too. I think I've got almost $200 invested in that thing. So yeah, I guess I'm just disappointed in the fact that it doesn't work for me, despite how much I wanted it to work for me. I think if you're staying in one place, maybe things would be different. Maybe things would be different if I didn't move all around all the time. But you know, I'm gonna take this down too, and I'm gonna try to put this back together gracefully without getting too what do you call it? Filthy. I'm gonna try to put this back together without getting too filthy. See how that goes. Yeah, but overall, this seems like it's so much easier to cook with. And, oh, what the point I was trying to make is, I can't do that on that other stove. But I can cook 2 pots going. Hell, I could probably get my get some water boiling over here too. So there's that. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty damn huge. I can cook 3, damn, almost 4. That's a lot of cooking surface right there. $20 versus $200. And yeah, I know they've got cheaper versions. I know you don't have to get all the attachments. Hell, I don't think I've even used half the attachments. You know, maybe it's just the fact that I'm just retarded. I don't know how to use simple cooking implements. Which is quite possible. I think that was the whole thing. It's like, man, I don't have to chop wood. I don't have to gather all that. I could just cook the sticks, and guess what I'm doing now? So maybe that's the one good thing that Firebox taught me, is that you can cook with sticks. And you don't need a fancy stove to do it. I think I like cooking on a grill anyway. I think my original intention for this stove, or this grill, was to grill steaks and meat and stuff. I don't think I ever intended to cook pans of anything, so this is new. So breaking this thing down, really you're gonna have to deal with the same soot that's on the Firebox, so there's no real advantage there. But I'm not really sure how to deal with this soot other than just kind of scrape it off with a little scrubber like this. I've got a bent bar. I'm going to see if I can bend that back into place. Kind of noisy, ain't it? So yeah, you really have to learn how to put these things together, because if you don't use the technique that you need to, these things are a real pain in the butt. Just kind of an FYI. So once you can start prying these things out, that's how you do it right there. So let me just, I mean, I haven't gotten too black fingered yet, but it's gonna happen. So the bottom line is, this tube grill is so much easier to use. It's a little bit harder to set up. It's not particularly well made, but this is going to be my go-to when I'm cooking meals on the road if there's no burn ban where I'm at. And for the price, it's just unbeatable. It's not particularly well made. It's not great materials. It's a cheap little grill, but it works. And for $18, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is a very similar grill to the one I've got, and yeah, go get you one. I've got a link down below if you want to check it out.